Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you, Katie.
It's been a while since I've seen you. I'm happy
It
you're
has
here.
been, but it's good to see you.
Yeah, good to see
Good
you
to
on
see
the couch, ready to make your tech confession.
Yes.
So I want to hear about your software-defined moment when you stopped thinking about hardware as a technologist and started thinking about software first.
Yeah, it really is seeing networking evolve, because I've been around networking for years. Started very much in the hardware front, but actually worked in network management for a number of years. And the beauty that I see about software-defined networking is it really takes a lot of the management, configuration, operation components and centralizes it into what we call a centralized control point or a controller. And we're doing it at Big Switch within the physical fabric, and it's very similar to the way VMware's doing it with NSX in the virtual fabric. So you're using NSX Manager to do a lot of the programming and operations, management, showing the configurations, have your APIs that you can extract information, all comes centrally. You don't have to go box by box. It really takes the laborious day-to-day mundane tasks and simplifies them, centralizes them, and makes everybody's life a lot easier, which is something that we've been trying to do for years with network management, but the switches were never architected to provide that kind of capability. With software defined, where it's been architected with a centralized controller, you get that capability, and that's a real aha. I mean, it is truly now delivering on a single point of management that customers have been waiting for 20 years. So
that is an aha.
It's very cool.
Yeah, that's
aha.
Great. So have you always been a network engineer? Is that your first true love, or did you start in another field? And
I've been in computers a long time. I started with in the mini computer market with Digital. They're one of the early pioneers of Ethernet. Then I moved over to Cisco for about 18 years.
Oh, just 18.
Just 18 years, that's right. We took bridging and brought switching to market. Very, very hardware focused engagement. Although I did a lot of the network management. And then, worked for VMware for a number of years. Did a lot of operations management integration of NSX, and now I'm over at Big Switch, taking a lot of those SDN technologies and best practices that I learned at VMware and truly became to really like, and now we're looking at how we apply it into the physical fabric. So it's very fun.
That sounds great,
really
yeah.
Fun.
So we talk a lot about the future of networking. Is there anything that you're excited about that's resonating with you, you're looking forward to learning more about?
Well, the other aha thing about SDN, if you're in what we call the underlayer, the physical fabric, is that with the centralized control point technology, you can actually begin to decouple the network operating system from the hardware and move away from a proprietary black box. And so one of the things that we've been working on, which is really neat again, keeps us tied in closely with sort of the VMware Dell family, is us being able to offer our capabilities as software and have it be sold on an open Dell switch. And the Dell, the Dell salespeople with Dell customers can buy a complete solution of a VMware stack with NSX, all software based. They can now buy the network stack in the physical fabric using our software, and then have sort of an open rack of hardware. So open servers, open switches, open storage. It's really coming to light that you've got a full stack now of a software-defined data center with open hardware. And so the other thing that, the aha moment is that we've opened up the networking box so you truly can get an open switch. And then the customers can have better choices, they're not locked into one vendor, and it's all good. It's good, it's cool.
Have you seen any little aha moments with customers that have really stood out for you?
Yeah, in fact, we were out with a customer last night, a joint customer win, and they basically are using NSX in their global transport mode between two data centers, one in LA and one here in Vegas. And they decided that they wanted to simplify the data center network when they built out the data center here in Las Vegas. And so they went forward and used our technology. They were able to buy the switches from Dell, and we have a zero-touch configuration capability where they can, once they power on the switch and cable it up, it all comes up and configures But the beauty is, and that's one of the things that we had done and worked on really closely with NSX, is the orchestration integration. So when you configure a virtual network, a VNI, it actually can then make a call into our controller, and then from our controller we can go out and configure the switch for the proper appropriate VLAN and subnet. And the customer said it eliminated one of these mundane tasks that we had to do every day, and they are now more automated, more agile. They can move things from DevOps to production much faster, and it's everything what we've been saying that we've been trying to do for 5 years. This customer told us last night they're doing it.
I love that. That's a great story.
Cool.
Yeah, that's great.
It's
That's
really
awesome,
cool.
Bill. So thank you so much for taking the time to take your confession.
Oh yeah, I welcome the opportunity to do this. So thank you.
Great, thank you.
Okay.
When you are ready to make your tech confession, join us at techconfessionstheshow.com.